So there are four laws, but before starting with the four laws given by the author James Clear in the book of Atomic Habit, there is one more part, that is the fundamentals. The fundamentals. Why tiny changes make a big difference. So let's see why small habits make a big difference. It is so easy to overestimate the importance of one defining moment and underestimate the value of making small improvement on a daily basis. Too often, we conceive ourselves that massive success requires massive actions, whether it is losing weight, building a business, writing a book, winning a championship, or achieving any other goals. We put pressure on ourselves to make some earth shaking improvement that everyone will talk about. Meanwhile, improving by 1% isn't particularly notable sometimes. It isn't even noticeable, but it can be far more meaningful, especially in the long run. The difference a tiny improvement can make over time is astounding. Here's how the math works out. If you can get 1% better each day for 1 year, you will end up 37 times better by the time you are done. Conversely, if you get 1% worse each day for 1 year, you will decline nearly down to zero. What starts as a small win or a minor setback accumulates into something much more. 1% better every day. Habits are the compound interest of self improvement. The same way that money multiplies through compound interest. The effect of your habits multiply as you repeat them. They seem to make little difference on any given day, and yet the impact they deliver over the months and years can be enormous. It is only when looking back to 5 or perhaps 10 years later that the value of good habits and the cost of bad ones becomes strikingly apparent. This can be a difficult concept to appreciate in daily life. We often dismiss small changes because they don't seem to matter very much in the moment. If you save a little money now, you will still not be a millionaire. If you go to the gym 3 days in a row, you are still out of shape. If you study Mandarin for an hour tonight, you still haven't learned the language. We make a few changes, but the result never seems to come quickly, as so we slide back into our previous routines. Unfortunately, the slow pace of transformation also makes it easy to let a habit slide. If you eat an unhealthy meal today, scale doesn't move much. If you work late tonight and ignore your family, they will forgive you. If you procrastinate and put your project off until tomorrow, they will usually be time to finish it later. A single decision is easy to dismiss, but when we repeat 1% error day after day by replicating poor decisions, replicating tiny mistakes, and realizing little excuses, our small choices compound into toxic results. It's the accumulation of many missteps, a 1% decline here and there, that eventually leads to a problem. The impact created by the change in your habit is similar to the effect of shifting the route of an airplane by just a few degrees. If a pilot living from Lake adjusts the heading just 3.5 degrees south, you will land in Washington DC instead of New York. Such a small change is barely noticeable. At takeoff, the nose of the airplane moves just a few feet, but when magnified across the entire United States, you end up hundreds of miles apart. Similarly, a slight change in your daily habit can guide your life to a very different destination. Make a choice that is 1% better or perhaps 1% worse. Seems insignificant in the moment, but over the span of moment that makes up a lifetime, these choices determine the difference between who you are and who you could be. Success is the product of daily habits, not once in a lifetime transformation. That said, hope you like this video. Thank you for watching.